my gosh, hi! So, 2 videos, you lucky devils. Oh my gosh. It's almost as if we have a massive virus that's hit. And so I have loads of time to talk to you guys because I've missed you so much. Oh my god. So, I put out this week what people wanted to know, what people wanted me to chat about. One of the suggestions I got, which is very interesting, was a journey to understanding myself. And that can go either way on this channel. And so I've decided to do a journey of understanding myself from my queerness, because I am very queer, that I've learnt. And I want to sort of take examples from me finding out and accepting myself and coming to find out who I am through my bisexuality, because oh my gosh, yeah, you guys don't know about this? So yes, hi, I'm bi. For those of you who've been on this channel since 2018, gosh, that was 2 years ago, I came out to you as asexual. Since then, I have been asexual, hetero-romantic, realising I'm a bit more grey-ace, and still thinking I was hetero-romantic, and now, I am one of those lucky people where, depending on the gender, my sexual and romantic attraction splits. I suppose for me, in terms of my bisexuality, coming to terms with it wasn't so much of a shock. The massive shock for me was when I was like ace, and I've told that story before when I came out to you. I really hated being asexual. I hated the fact that I was not heterosexual, and that I was suddenly becoming I was what I thought was different. Suddenly, you know, I'm the black sheep in this family, I'm not heterosexual. I really don't want sexual relations with men. At the time, I didn't want sexual relations with men. And I hated myself for it, and it really affected me. I was in my 2nd year of university when I realised I was asexual. And I know people say things about university and they go, you're obviously going to find yourself at university. You know, you're going to find out more about yourself, and you go, yeah, Auntie Brenda, of course I am. I bet that's what you said to all of your nieces and nephews, huh? Bet you even said it to the cat. But Auntie Brenda, whoever Auntie Brenda is, I don't have an Auntie Brenda, I don't know where she came from, but she was kind of right. The people that say to you that you're going to find yourself out in university, by feck, you're going to find out who you are in university. So I found out who I was in university, my 2nd year of university. And then I just sort of put on labels and started becoming a bit more fluid in who I was. But I didn't like myself. I hated myself. I became shyer. I got really anxious over it. So I was keeping up with my university work, and there was a lot of it. And in your 2nd year, there is a lot of work that they throw at you, and you have to catch it and go, yeah, I know what I'm doing, whilst like doggy paddling in the water of existential crisis. And I wasn't talking about it. I didn't tell anyone I was asexual because I was so ashamed of it. I didn't want anyone to know because I'm a freak and I'm a horrible human being and I'm a horrible, terrible person. Why does anyone care? And I think helping me find out who I was, I have a lot of queer friends in the YouTube community, in the acting community, but definitely in my London YouTube bubble. There were a lot of queer creators that were coming into my life and just being amazing and just finding out who they were, and they knew who they were, and they were like, yes, and they were very comfortable with who they were. And obviously, you know, it had taken them like months and things to find out who they were, and I was this little person who was like, yeah, I'm so hetero, it hurts, and then suddenly realising I wasn't, because I was being exposed to new labels and picking up this label. I was like, me, I'm queer, woohoo. So when I finally did come out, it was such a relief, and I became the queerest ace, the gayest ace you have ever met. And when I mean it, I think they call it a rainbow gay, where you basically love everything that's rainbow. And I went through this massive thing of I love everything to do with the asexual flag. I want it tattooed on my face. I want it on my chest. Please make my cat an asexual cape. I am an asexual superhero. Oh my god, yes. Now, I love like 19-year-old, 20-year-old Eleanor doing that. Like, I love that, we stand that, but now I don't really do that. I sort of, sometimes, and this is the only way I can describe it, I kind of forget that I'm grey ace, and I kind of forget that I'm asexual. Just because I'm so used to being it that I'm like, oh yes, So when it came to understanding other labels, because once I had this label, I was like, oh, I'm gonna like jump into some other ones. And I realised that through the people I'd meet in my 3rd year and up to now, they are obviously going to influence and change the way that I see people. And I'm so much more relaxed and easygoing about the changing of labels, because I think that's a fear of learning about who you are. You know, your label is going to change regardless of where you are and what you're doing, who you meet, who you fancy, who you want to talk to, who you want to squish with, and who you want to crush on, you know? I talked about this guy that I kind of fell for in my 3rd year. Red flag is all I can say. But he taught me a bit about myself, and there was a positiveness, because I felt sexual feelings and I was like, feck, I hate this, because I'm ace and I shouldn't be feeling these feelings. But it did teach me that I do have some sexual desire that I'm not ashamed of. I don't have to necessarily act on it, but I know that I have some that I can, you know. In the November of last year, I was doing rehearsals for a touring panto production that you guys know I was in, Cinderella. And I remember I was really pally with a girl who wasn't on my team. She was on a different London team, but I was really pally with her. And my brain just sort of looked at her, and I looked at her and I was like, do I? Do you? Would we? Could I? And I did. And I had visions of maybe going out with, maybe not this girl, but like other girls, and I had visions of being together with these girls, and, you know, suddenly, hot diggity damn. I was like, I didn't think too much about it, but at the time I was like, yeah, you may just be a little bit gay. And then this year, this is still very fresh to me, because it was back in January and February, but I was working with a girl. I suddenly started feeling, when we started working together and stuff, that I was like, oh, actually she's really nice, she's really good looking, and I really like her, and oh, that's new. That's when I realised I think I liked women as well. But that was when I really realised that I was actively acknowledging I liked women. But this person, definitely, I was like, oh, maybe we could, maybe we did. It didn't work in my favour, but I learnt a bit about myself, and that was, I don't mind, and I really like kissing girls, and I really like being with girls, and I would love to have a relationship with a girl if it ever happened. I'd also like to have a relationship with a man, but, you know, these people come into my life for a reason. And particularly this last one, finding out I'm bi, I'm like, feckin' hell. Like, at least I know I like women as well as men and stuff. And I was talking to my my podcast host. Can't wink, guys, so it looks like I'm a traffic light. And she was very excited and very, very like, oh my god. So yeah, and this is how you're learning that I am bi, and I'm really proud of being bisexual. I really like being bisexual. It's really cool, and I like it, and it's amazing. This doesn't mean that my asexuality is diminished in any way by also being bi. Those two can work hand in hand. It just obviously depends on the gender that I'm with. But I am a defo grey-asexual content creator who just happens to like men and women. When I record these, I don't know if these make any sense, but I hope that if I edit it together and structure it, this will make a lot of sense to you. But yes, so in terms of coming to understand my bisexuality and my queerness, it's been a bit of a roller coaster. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, because that lets me know that you like this kind of rambly content and you like it. If you would like to see more of my videos, be sure to check out the cards, which are always up here. Be sure to check the end as well, because there are playlists and also a recent video upload should you have missed the last one. And if you really want to keep watching my content and you like it, then click subscribe down below, because then that really helps me out as well. And in the comments below, let me know about finding about yourself and finding out and being okay with yourself. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be about being queer or being gay. And also let me know what other videos that you would like to see on this channel as well, because we don't know how long Corona's going to last, so please, let's make some cool content and chat and get together and have cool times together again. Until next time, my darlings and my lovelies, bye! Bye 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 bye, which is me. Bye 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 bye.